other marketers and seeing what they're working at as well. And Samuel Kessington is someone who came across my table because he had a really good design solution that he wanted to integrate with Guivio. So we looked at it and we realized that it is something that we have to tell others about. So me and my friend Dan have been able to convince him to do a lifetime deal with a little bit of twist for you guys. Now it is a lifetime deal, and as you'll see on the prices below, but if you want to continue get new templates every single month, there is a discounted price of $12 a month that you need to pay. But let me explain exactly what this entire thing is and why this is really good for you. Now I know that when it comes to designing things, you've got two options. You can either outsource it or you can use a software tool to get it done. If you outsource it, the costs of doing so are too high. Fortunately, in my case, I'm able to do that, but even to this day, when I need a new Facebook post or when I need a blog post image, I need to ask my designer to create something for me in advance, and it just makes me really inflexible. So I have used different software before. I have used Canva, which is pretty cool, but the problem is that a lot of the images that you want to use are locked up, so you can't really use those images. Something like Relay That, which I recently bought, is good as well, but it's very restricted in that you can't really move things around when you place them. You're kind of stuck with those designs that they've come up with. So what Pixel Modo has is quite different. Let's say it's a combination of both in a way, in that it allows you to drag and drop things and move them around wherever you want. So it's got a very intuitive editor, which you're going to see very shortly, as well as then it has over 2.5 million images available through pre-created integrations that you can use in your graphics as well, which I think makes it so much better than any other design solution available out there. Plus, it has a lot of pre-done codes as well. So if you're feeling lazy, if you're not feeling creative that day, you can just find the code on Success and drag and drop it on top of an image you find from Pixel Modo. But this is not even the best feature. The best feature is the website to editor feature. So when I saw the solution, I said to Sam, if you're gonna make it awesome, let's add one thing to it, which is the website to editor feature, which means if I'm browsing a page, let's say I come across a really good code or a really good text, I want to be able to copy it and move it into Pixel Modo editor to then add an image to it and have it to use later on as a Facebook post or a blog post image and whatnot. And Sam did that. So now you can use that feature as well. If you find some content online that you know is okay to use and you want to use that in your marketing, in your business, you can simply copy it, use Pixel Modo one-click extension, and automatically port it over to Pixel Modo so you can use it in your graphics. Honestly, I've never seen something like this before, which is why I'm confident of giving you access to this deal at an amazing price. Now do note a couple of things. One, we launched this to public on the 10th of May, and the price for the entire funnel then, as we launch it, is going to be much higher than $200, including recurring in there. But for you, what you're getting, for $47 one-time fee, you're getting access to the entire software with this website to editor feature I talked about, and the 2.5 million images and the codes as well. You're getting access to all of this and some templates. But if you want more templates every single month, there's a small $12 fee for that, which we're using, or Sam's using rather, to pay to his designer. So I hope that's okay. If not okay, you can wait for the launch and you can get it at a much higher price. So go ahead, watch the rest of the video, because I'm going to pass it over to Dan, who's going to show you exactly how Pixel Modo works and how you can use it in your business.
Yeah, hi there guys, and welcome to this demo of Pixel Modo. And what I'm going to do first is log in to the software, and that's the dashboard, and we'll have a look at that in just a moment. But I want to show you something really cool before we start, and that's the image grabber. So I'm in Google Images at the moment, and I've got the images sorted by labeled for reuse. So this is Creative Commons, and what I'm going to do now is right click, and I'm going to open the image inside the editor. So that allows me to edit this image, which happens to be a Creative Commons image, which means it doesn't have any copyright issues, so I can use it for my marketing purposes. And what you can do here, guys, you can add backgrounds. We'll have a look at that in just a moment. You can add filters, but what I want to show you now is another really cool feature, and that's the text and the quotes. So the software is actually connected with a database of quotes, and let me just search for something in the area of success, and let's look for something that's not too long, that's going to fit into this image. Go with this one here, and I'm just going to put it here on the side, and I can make it bold, and I can change the colors. So why don't we go for something that's nice and bright for us, and I can have some shadows, and I can have it blurred as well. So I can do all of that, and then the other thing I can do is I can just add a normal text. I'm not going to do that now. I'll show this to you later on, but we'll get rid of that for now. But you can also add a filter to the entire image. So for example, you can add a color overlay like this. For example, let's find us something a little bit prettier like that, more subtle, and then you can darken the image as well, and you can blur it as well. You can saturate it and play around with the hues and the brightness and the contrast. So you can do all of that within the image, and then once you sort of got it the way that you want it to look, you can actually share it. Now we have two sharing facilities. The first one is with team members, so virtual assistants or co-workers, and then you just hit the share button, or you can share it on social media to make the quote, to make your image go viral. So that's the other thing that you can do, and then you can save it and you can download it, and you can see that there is a different sort of types of images you can download and save it as. So that's one thing that I wanted to show you. The other one is the text grabber. So you can do sort of a similar thing to what you've just seen, but you can do that with text as well. So if I right click on the text and I get it to here, and then what I can do now is let's have a look at the background facilities. So there is millions of these backgrounds, they're all copyright free. So why don't we look at, say, affiliate marketing, or just affiliate. Let's run a quick search. Why don't we go for something that we know is going to be nice and bright to be able to add this image to. So why don't we go for this, say, and we can make this just visible. We can play around with the text color, and then again we can filter the image, we can darken it, we can blur it, saturate, hue, brightness and contrast are all things that we can play with as well. So that's another really cool feature that we have. And then what I want to do now, let me just close these down and let's just go back to the library. So that's your default setting when you log in, and what you need to do is create a new design. And what I want to do now is show you the various design formats that exist. There's quite a few of these, or you can just choose your own custom. And what I also want to show you, we also have merchandise. You can choose t-shirt designs, but what I want to do now is just show you the various templates that we have as well on the software. And so you can either go with a blank template, or you can choose a template from the library. So why don't we go for, say, this lady here, and then you can start the design by clicking the button on the left. So There's no need for a background here because we've already got the image set up. But what we can do again is we can, for example, add a nice quote to this. We just need to be sure that it's going to be visible. So let's make that white. Let's use the preset facility. So there you have it. So we have a nice quote on here, and then you can, again, you can filter the image. So you can do different color effects like that, and you can darken it or lighten it, and you can blur it a little bit or as much as you want, saturate, and then play around with the hue, the brightness, and the contrast. And then once that's done, you can save. But before that, let me just show you some of the icons that we have. So again, there is millions of these, and I'm going to go, I think that's a nice bit of image to go for a Pinterest share, because I want people to share it on Pinterest. So let me move that so all the elements are editable. So I'm just going to have that on the side like that for Pinterest. So that's my icons just there, and as I said, there's loads and loads of these, and we can also add some shapes. So again, there's loads and loads of shapes. Undo, redo, and then you can move a layer back or move a layer forward, and then share, save, and download. So hopefully you found this short tutorial beneficial, and we look forward to seeing you on the inside, enjoying the software. Speak to you soon. All the best.